All right, welcome back. This is build update number 6. I just wanted to start with a quick recap of where we're at. I'm just in the process of creating my email scripts to test for the cold email marketing campaign as we're waiting for the email accounts to be finished being warmed up. So if you remember from the first video or the second video or something like that, let me just switch the window here. If you remember from the first or second video, I had mentioned that I wanted to replace this section over here with the replace this wall of text here with a video, an explainer video. Well, that video is just underway. I've got this job from Fiverr, and it looks something like this. It's just an explainer video. I think it's pretty good. I created the script from ChatGPT, and basically it highlights the fact that not all websites are good, and we take an SEO first approach. So I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. I've offered some suggestions. I don't want it to be this blue. I kind of want it to be in theme with our orange color palette. But really funny thing here, the file name that they sent back was Gochusite video. If you're Korean, you can understand why that's funny. But I just thought that's pretty hilarious that they use that as a file name. So yeah, I just wanted to, and one real quick thing too. I was doing research here, and I found this video from this channel called Healthy Business Tech, and it's an acupuncture website review. 10 months ago it was posted, and there's a lot, there's some comments saying that, they're thank you for the review or whatever. So it seems like this lady, she seems like a very nice lady. She runs this group called Acupuncture Business Academy. And in this Facebook group, there was somebody that posted website design. I just had my website designed by an incredibly talented guy in Brooklyn, New York. He was fantastic to work with for a very reasonable price. My website is moonbrookmedicine.com. And she takes this video to kind of review this website. This is the website. So this is a really good example of somebody creating a website who has no knowledge of SEO, creating a website that is not going to rank for anything. This is the type of website that I see so many times come to us and say, hey, I got this website. I'm not getting any traffic. I would like some leads for my business. I paid X, Y, and Z for this website. Can you do some SEO on it? And we're looking at the website, and it's like, nothing has been created properly. So, we're probably going to take this time and say, we'll need a new website to do this thing correctly and to kind of put all the optimizations in place. I haven't watched the website, this video yet. I've just kind of inserted it into a summarizing app that kind of summarizes the feedback that she's giving. And most of the feedback seems to be on above the fold, text size, like all that kind of stuff, design elements. All right. I could just tell this website just kind of looks like a done do-it-yourself website, maybe a Squarespace or a Wix website or something like that. It's crazy to me that people are selling websites like this and saying that they're like professional websites or whatever. But I think what I'm going to do is, the only reason I bring this up is I think I'm going to create a separate video just analyzing this website and from an SEO perspective and from a conversion aspect. Perspective, and just offering my input on it and how this website could be improved. I'm just getting this website because there's obviously a video on it, so I hope the owner, if they watch this, doesn't mind. But I think there's some key points that everybody can take away from this that will help them with their own websites. All right, so that was a real quick update. What I want to talk about today is Search Console and Google Analytics, why you need both, why they are important, and kind of what purpose they serve for a website. So Google Search Console is a dashboard or a data set tool that Google provides you that you can install on your website that will give you information about how people are finding your website, what search terms are popping up, what keywords are providing impressions and clicks to your websites, what landing pages they're clicking into, and give you that kind of valuable data as to how you're performing within search. Google Analytics is a much bigger tool, an analytics tool that will tell you a bunch of different metrics about your website. Namely, from a traffic perspective, it can tell you the device breakdown, country breakdown. It can also tell you what traffic sources are mainly driving traffic to your site. So if you're doing social media campaigns, YouTube, paid traffic, SEO, Google Analytics will be able to give you that breakdown of what marketing efforts are driving the most traffic to your website, which is hugely beneficial and really valuable to your digital marketing campaign. All right. So I was just about to set up Google Search Console for Pepper Sites. I've already set up analytics, but I thought I'd just do the update right now, create a video as to how to do it from a very high level, and then kind of show you some examples as to what data points you can get out of it. Going back into the browser. All right. So this is Google Search Console. All you need to do is just search Search Console in Google, and you'll be brought to this page. For the first link, just hit Start Now. And here we go. This is Google Search Console. So you can verify your website in two ways, either the domain verification or the URL prefix verification. If you have just one simple site, either or is fine. However, if you start having more complicated subsections of your sites, for instance, if you have an e-commerce component and a subdomain that says like shop.domain.com, or if you have like a separate domain for your mobile version, you have a www version and a non-www version, the domain verification is going to capture all of that. This is a great little image kind of indicating what that means. So the domain is the top level, and then it'll capture everything else below it as well. The URL prefix, again, if you have a simple site, it's basically the same thing, but if you don't, it's only going to capture that exact URL. So what this means is so I do peppersites.com for the domain, the URL would be exactly peppersites.com. And again, if I had a subdomain here that said like, app.peppersites.com, or a mobile version that was m.peppersites.com, that would only be the URL, the domain. If I did peppersites.com, it would capture everything underneath that domain. Hope that makes sense. So if you're doing this, I would recommend doing it through the domain verification because, again, it's just more encompassing. So once you hit continue, very similar, I think in build update number 2, when we were doing the verifications for the domains for all the email accounts. This is very similar in verifying the domain. You're just going to get this text record. You're going to paste this text record into your DNS, and that's how you're going to verify it. All right. So for Google Analytics, I've already installed Analytics for Pepper Sites, but very similar. You're just going to type in Google Analytics, go to Get Started Today, and you're going to be brought to a page that looks like this. Let me just go to a different account so I can show you. So it's just going to look like this. You're going to hit Start Measuring. You're going to follow the steps, and at the end, you're going to get a code. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to paste that code into your header tag and your website. And after that, you can verify through Analytics, and you'll see that it's connected properly. And that's how you start getting data from your website to Google Analytics. A neat thing is if you have Analytics installed already, because the Analytics works off of the URL as well, if you type in the URL prefix here with Analytics already installed, you don't need to do anything else. You're just going to say, okay, verification method, Google Analytics. We see Analytics code on there. And then it's going to be verified. And then you can go into your dashboard. And this is the Search Console dashboard. What I'm going to show you real quick here, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to just hop into a dashboard of a client of ours. And then I'll show you kind of the different section of the dashboard, what you need to know, and what kind of data you can extract from it. So, yeah. All right, so we're back here. This is a client of ours, Atlas Scientific. They are a e-commerce brand. Just going to zoom out to the last 16 months. So this is the kind of data that you're going to be able to see. It's going to look wildly different for local service businesses. Typically, this is an e-commerce brand. We're competing on, kind of like an international level, competing on a lot of high volume keywords. So the graph is going to be a little bit different, but what you're looking for here is an upward trend. Obviously, if you're doing some kind of SEO campaign, you're looking for an upward trend. You could see kind of January of last year in 2023, we were trending around 86,000 impressions daily and 2,000 clicks daily, which is still really, really good. This is, a huge improvement from what it was the year before. But you can see to this year, we're, let's say in January here, trending on 200,000 impressions daily with 4,000 clicks daily. So really, really good metrics here from an SEO campaign perspective. But what this means for you, how you can extract data from this, is this section here in queries. From the queries section, you could see the keywords people are searching to find your website. And if you've done your keyword research well, this is just like a confirmation that you are actually doing your keyword research correctly. So you could see the type of queries that people are using to find your website. You can see the pages, the top ranking pages that are bringing in the impressions and clicks. I'll just zoom into 3 months because 16 months is kind of a lot of data. But you can see within the last 3 months, this blog post, relationship between flow and pressure, is bringing in 22,000 clicks and 500,000 impressions. You could see the countries breakdown with the majority being United States. Devices, mobile is going to obviously be first. Just a quick note on this. If you're not being mobile first in your website design, you're doing it wrong now. Everything now takes a mobile first approach. Google is crawling for mobile first approach. They're not doing desktop first. So everything should be mobile optimized and mobile, catered to mobile experience as much as possible. Search experience, dates. So this is all just data set breakdown of how you can chop up your data. What I want to show you is once you install Search Console, you're going to go to your sitemaps section here, and you're just going to insert your sitemap. The sitemap is just a map of your website, kind of like a table of contents, if you want to think about it like that. It's telling Google, these are all the pages on my website. Here's the map. Please crawl and index all these pages. That's great because Google is going to take that map and they're going to say, okay, great. I understand what pages you have. If you've formatted them, structured them correctly, these are the keywords I think you want to rank for. And then they're going to start ranking you for those keywords, probably, on the 7th or 8th page or whatever, but at least you know that the keyword targeting is correct. So that's kind of the good data that you can get from Search Console. You can also look at the other kind of things that they have here, the page experience, core web vitals. All of these things are not as important from a purely SEO standpoint. For user experience, which obviously ties into some of the metrics and some of the ranking factors. It's good to test it here, but there are other tools that will allow you to test a little bit better for those kind of things. So that's Search Console. Let me just show you another more kind of relatable Search Console graph for local service businesses. This is Beth Conroy Acupuncture. She's an acupuncturist in Union Square. And what I meant when I said you could like test if your keyword selection and your keyword research is correct is through this, this confirmation here. So Beth Conroy is the acupuncturist. She's the brand name. That's definitely going to be your top searched query almost always. If you are doing good marketing, if you are doing other forms of marketing, your brand name is going to be the top search query. But other than that, she has different service offerings that she's offering, right? So she has Tween on massage, dry needling, gua sha facial, essential oils, cupping, fertility acupuncture. So just the fact that she's showing up for these keywords means that we're targeting the keywords properly across all the pages. And she's, gathering clicks and impressions from these keywords. Just to show you analytics real quick, what analytics looks like is you got to go to the GA4 profile now. So the analytics dashboard looks like this, and like I said, analytics is a much bigger data set than Google Search Console. Google Search Console, just to reiterate, is just search traffic from Google. You can also have search traffic from Bing as well. To do that, you can install something called Bing Webmaster Tools, and you can import your data or your account from Google Search Console once you have it set up. A good thing to note is Bing search is something that you shouldn't ignore, especially if you, let's say, have a kind of an older demographic. Let me explain to you why. Because a lot of times Windows out of the box, they only have Edge browser. Like a lot of people might not even be using Chrome or Firefox or any other browser. They might just take Internet Explorer or Edge now right out the box and start using it. Once they start using that, the default search engine on Edge is Bing.com. Additionally, they have Bard, I think, integrated into it, which is ChatGPT integration into their search. So a lot of people know about that and are testing that out. You'd be surprised how much search traffic comes from Bing these days. So that's just to say it's always good to not only set up Google Search Console, but you also should be setting up Bing Webmaster Tools. It's just one-click import of the settings. It's really, really straightforward, really easy, but it's good insight to have and to also provide Bing that sitemap and that data so that they can rank you properly. All right. So here is analytics real quick. You can see the country breakdown. You could see also what I'm saying here is the different traffic categorizations of the breakdown as well. You can see there's direct traffic, organic search, which is the bulk of our clients' traffic, direct referral, organic social, organic video, and paid search. So if you're running different types of campaigns, this is great to understand where your traffic is coming from. You can get really granular with analytics. I mean, there's so much. There's data scientists out there that just work strictly with analytics to really understand user behavior, conversion metrics, goal setting, and all these kind of different things. But for our purposes, we really just want to know kind of where the traffic breakdown is coming from, possibly what pages that they're landing on, country, device, things like that. But nonetheless, it's all great. It's all great to understand your progress as well, because you want to see, month over month, how many conversions you're experiencing or how many users you're increasing, right? Month over month for this client, we're increasing 21% in users and new acquisition users for the website, which is good. That just shows that you're trending in the right direction, that whatever marketing efforts that you're doing are paying off. So it's good to track your data. So yeah, I hope that was beneficial, is valuable. And if you have any questions, if you want like a step-by-step as to how to install Search Console or Analytics, let me know in the comments below. I can make a separate video for that, but it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.